Hello my friends, welcome back to Make It Monday with Bob's Red Mill. If we haven't met yet, my name is Matt Weinstein. I am a dedicated gluten-free cook and content creator, and I'm so excited to share this recipe with you all. Today, we're going to be making some gluten-free mini pretzel bites for Oktoberfest. So, grab your favorite gluten-free beer, cider, or a glass of Weinstein, and let's get cooking. For this recipe, we're going to be using Bob's Red Mill's gluten-free all-purpose baking flour. It's one of my favorites by them. Get your big bowl ready. We're going to add 2 cups of that into our mixing bowl. This recipe is super easy to double. It's just one of me, so I'm using about a half of the normal recipe quantity. So 2 cups of our gluten-free flour. I've got a 3/4 cup of warm water. To that, I've got 2 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast. And just to help this along, 1 tablespoon of granulated white sugar. That's just gonna give the yeast something to really sort of munch on while it proofs. So we're gonna let that sit for a few minutes and then we'll add it into our dry mixture. Our yeast has had enough time to really rise and really proof. Before we add that into our dry mix, we are just gonna add 1 tablespoon of some olive oil, or whatever oil you've got on hand. And that's just gonna help just bring everything together and help it not be quite as sticky. So now we're just going to add everything right on in. Look how foamy our wet mixture got. Try and get everything out of there. And just start combining everything together just like this. Really scraping the sides as you go. I also pre-greased my wooden spoon with some non-stick cooking spray, just a little trick to help get everything moving without sticking too much. If you've got a standing mixer with a bread hook, this would be a great time to use that, just to bring everything together nice and quickly. And there you go, just a few simple ingredients all mixed together. It's time to let this sit and rest and proof. So we're gonna leave that in a warm room, cover it with a towel for 1 hour. Be patient, it's gonna be worth it. And we'll revisit that in a little bit. While our dough finishes rising, I've brought a pot of water to a boil. You're gonna wanna grab your baking soda. I've got a 1/3 measuring cup. We're gonna get that into this water very slowly and carefully. If you do it too fast, it's going to bubble everywhere. So I'm actually going to lower the temperature as well. And just slowly start to add the baking soda in. Now the baking soda process, we're going to be rolling out our pretzels and then giving them basically a 30-second bath in the boiling water with the baking soda. And what that does is it helps to oxidize the outside and gives it that very signature pretzel crunch and crust. So that's what the baking soda is for. So again, just be very mindful of the rate in which you are adding your baking soda into your water. I learned that the hard way the first time I tried this recipe, so be extra careful. And now let's check on our dough. All right, let's check on our dough. Wow, look how much our dough has risen, nice and puffy. I love that smell of the yeast. It makes me super happy. I'm going to be using a tablespoon to scoop out our amounts. So that way they're all relatively even. Remember, we're making little mini pretzel bites. If you want to attempt to make the whole loop-de-loop, you are more than welcome to, but I find this is just a little bit easier. They're basically gonna be the size of tater tots. So just get in there 1 tablespoon at a time. Roll them between your hands a little bit just to get them molded a little bit. And then I like to roll it out a little bit until just get into our little shape. So we'll just keep doing that just like that. Okay, we've got our pretzels all rolled out. It's a little warm in my kitchen today, so don't be afraid to get a little bit of flour involved or even store your dough in the freezer for a few minutes so it's a little bit more pliable. So like we had earlier, our water with our baking soda is ready to go. We are going to go in our bath for literally 30 seconds. Carefully get them in there. Let's see if I can get them all in at the same time. If not, don't be afraid to do 2 batches. They're gonna float on up. It's probably gonna have to be 2 batches. That's fine, we tried our best. And give them a little hand, give them a little flippy flip. and just let them do their thing. And then just about when they're ready to go, we'll pull them out and get them onto our parchment paper, and I'll show you what we do then. Bath time is over for these friends. Get them onto your parchment paper. Try and spread them out so they don't get too sticky together. And then we'll do our next batch. These ones got way bubblier. Pull them out onto the parchment paper. Wow, wait, look at those. Almost can't even see them. Did I get them all? I think so. Kill your heat. Just gonna try and carefully spread them out a little bit. And the next thing we're gonna do, I've got one egg that's already cracked and beat together. And we're just going to give them a generous egg wash. And our last step before baking is to get some nice, big, coarse sea salt, or pretzel salt if you got it. The egg wash is gonna help those stick. Okay, and then we're going into the oven for 12 to 13 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. See you soon. Safety first. Ooh. Look at our little pretzel friends. I love the golden brown coloring. Should we just try one right away? Might be super hot. Try this itty bitty one. It's too hot to handle. Give me 1 second. I know it's rude to talk with your mouth full. They taste like New York City street pretzels. They're so good. I really hope you give these a try. Thank you so much, my friends, for joining me again in the kitchen for Make It Monday with Bob's Red Mill. Once again, I'm Matt Weinstein, aka Glass of Weinstein. If you like this recipe, you can follow me here on Instagram, as well as TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and my website, glassofweinstein.com. Until next time, my friends, Prost!